Good morning, students. Welcome to online mathematics class day 4. Before we start our work, let us close our eyes and observe a minute silence and pray for peace within and outside us. Okay. So yesterday I've taught you what are equivalent fractions. So today what we'll do? We'll check whether the given fractions are equivalent or not. And how can we check whether the given fractions are equivalent or not? We cross multiply them and find out the product. If the product is same, then we can say that the given fractions are equivalent fractions. And if the product is not same, then we can say that the given fractions are not equivalent. So let us take this example, 4 upon 6 and 20 upon 30. Now we'll cross multiply them. Now what is cross multiply? This denominator is multiplied by this numerator and this denominator is multiplied by this numerator. So this is making a cross. Now 4 into 20, 4 is multiplied by 20 and 6 is multiplied by 30. So 4 into 20 is 80 and 6 into 30 is 180. Now these two products, they are not same. So what we can say, since the product are not same, so we can say that these two fractions are not equivalent fraction. Okay, in the case where the product are same, then we can say that they are equivalent fractions. Okay, now let's come to the second question, which says you have to replace this box by the correct number. And in this question, what we can see that there is an equality sign, which says that these two fractions are equivalent fractions. Now with the help of this only, we can find out what should be the value here. Now what we do, whatever is given, in this case numerators are given, so we will compare the numerator. If denominators are given, then you compare denominators. So if we compare our numerators, then 12 divided by 4 is 3. This means if we divide this number by 3, then what we'll get? We will get 4 in the numerator, and when we divide 15 by 3, we'll get the answer for this box. So let's divide 12 upon 15 divided by 3. So this will become 4 and this will become 5. So the answer for this box is 5. I hope this is clear to everyone. Now let's come to simplest form of a fraction. Now what is simplest form of a fraction? If the numerator and the denominator of a fraction have no common factor. Now this means what? That I cannot reduce the fraction. If I cannot reduce the fraction further, then we say that the fraction is in its simplest form. Now if you see these two fractions, then what we can say that 1 upon 2 is the simplest form of 4 upon 8. Why? Because this 4 upon 8 I can reduce. I can see a common factor here, that is 4. So I can reduce this 4 upon 8. This will become 4 ones and 4 twos. So when I reduce it, it becomes equal to 1 upon 2. Now I cannot further reduce this. 1 upon 2 will remain 1 upon 2. This means this is the simplest form. Now one more question arises, then why we reduce fraction to simplest form? So why we reduce fraction to simplest form? Because it decrease our calculating burden. If we take large number and we calculate them, then it is difficult for us to calculate. But if we take a smaller number, then it is definitely much more easy to calculate. For example, If I ask you to add 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 2, everyone can quickly add it and say that half plus half answer is 1. But if I give you this number, which is 12 upon 24 and 13 upon 26. So 12 upon 24 is what? Is half only. 12 ones are and 12 twos are. Similarly, 13 upon 26 is also 1 upon 2. 13 ones are and 13 twos are. So this looks difficult to calculate, but if I reduce this to the simplest form, the same question become easy to calculate. Now how we can convert fractions to simplest form? So there are two methods. First method is you find out the common factor between the numbers and cancel the numbers, and then you get the simplest form. And second method is using HCF. So let's use the first method. It's 45 upon 35. So 45 upon 35, how we can solve it? 5 nines are and 5 sevens are. So we can say 5 nines are and 5 sevens are. Now 9 and 7. We cannot reduce this further. This means the simplest form of 45 upon 35 is 9 upon 7. This is one way we can do it, that we have find out that 45 and 35 both number can be cancelled by 5. So we'll say dividing by 5. So we get this number 9 upon 7, which is in the simplest form. Now come to HCF method. Now if you see this number, this is quite a big number, and if I start assuming that what can be the common factors here, so this number is not divisible by 2, these numbers are not divisible by 3, and many more. So in this case, it is difficult for us to actually find out the simplest form. So in this case, what we can do, instead of assuming and cancelling, we can find out highest common factor of the two numbers. So now to find out highest common factor of the two number, I have used division method. So smaller number here and bigger number here, this will be by 2. So subtract it, this will come 46. Now for the next turn, this becomes the dividend, again solve it. So by 2 it will be solved, answer is 23. Now again it is not coming 0, so we'll again take this number. This will be dividend now, 46. Now 46 can be solved here. Now we get the answer as 0. Once we get answer as 0, we can say that the last divisor is the highest common factor. So 23 is the highest common factor here. Now to reduce it to the simplest form, we can simply divide both the number by 23. So divide both the number by 23, it will come 12 upon 5. I hope this is clear to everyone. Both the methods are clear to everyone. Now you can do few more questions from your exercise 6.3. Instructions will be given to you along with this video. Follow those instructions, the questions and the subpart that you have to do, and complete your work within the given duration and mail the work to your subject teacher. Now before we wind up our class, let us again close our eyes and observe a minute silence. Thank you so much.